I tried to sleep in the car, boy. I cannot sleep in the car with him.
So, okay, this is how can we? I hate this thing. Too much.
Except Suzette. Suzette Demon.
Bless
People
me.
from LA, Chicago.
Much
I like it.
Thank you.
Okay. When you're ready for us to start, give us a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. But let me make sure we're quiet in the studio. Okay, guys, we're actually going to start.
No, that's out of the way. Out of the way.
Yeah, we can close the door. Thank you. Oh, hold on. Let me pull this up.
I could have got off on the way there. I got people everywhere.
You ain't got no people.
Coming back to LA soon. I'm thinking maybe June, July. Tacos
Why can't I
on
go
me,
live?
Suzette.
Oh, the Wi-Fi is orange purple.
Things
Oh, that's
in the
cute.
works.
Orange purple
I'll be back soon.
2005.
And which one am I using then?
Platypus.
Orange, purple, 2005?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, hold on a second. Okay, guys, we're about to go live as far as the taping. So for those that are on the couch, for those on the couch, Rubin and Robin, Orange Purple 2005,
Okay.
yeah. So this mic is super, super duper hot. So unless you're going to say something about what we're talking about, we can remain quiet in the studio. And we should be good. Are we ready? Everybody
Let's do
good?
it.
Maybe I can't spell orange. Wait a minute.
O-R-A.
No, I know. I can't. I got to know my phone. Look. Oh, there we go.
I'm like
20.
2005, I think.
I don't need to do it.
If it's not, it's 09 then.
It's okay.
Okay. All right, we're gonna start. And Ron's gonna give us our 5. Okay. What's up, Milwaukee and the world? Welcome to another episode of Saved and the City with your girl, Iberia. Yes, we are locked live and in living color. You are tuned into the right place at the right time, and we're going to have an amazing time today. I'm so excited to be in the studio with some amazing folk. Are y'all here with me? Make
lit.
some noise.
Oh, we lit.
Okay, they said we lit. Okay, I have to remind. So this is the Disconnection Notice takeover. I had to remind that this is Saved in the City faith-based talk show, but we gonna keep it live and lit. Live and lit.
Litty.
For the Lord. We lit it for the Lord.
This little lit of mine? No, it's like
I
didn't know. Can't do it. Okay, I just need to give y'all a little taste of what y'all about to get into today. Is going to be like that and then some. But before we go too deep, I gotta give a shout out to my sponsors, my weekly sponsors every week. A shout out to Elsie Flanard of Enterprise Now. I couldn't even be in the studio without him. We appreciate your support here at Saved in the City. Also, Mima's Gourmet Delights. We got Mother's Day coming up, so if you're looking for a sweet treat, make sure that you hit up Mima's Gourmet Delights. Just visit www.mymimas.com and order your Southern style delicacy today. Also, a shout out to the Infinite Church with Pastor Redante, and also Lifestyle by Johanna. We appreciate you guys for all of your support each and every Wednesday right here on Saved and the City. Can we just jump right in? I want to just jump right in.
Let's do it.
So we are here, like I said, it's the Disconnection Notice takeover. So for those of you who are just joining and have no idea what I'm talking about, Disconnection Notice, what does that even mean? So there's an amazing new film that's going to be, the preview is happening tomorrow, and I got the stars up in the house tonight. And so, is it or the afternoon?
Oh,
is it the morning?
What time is
I
it?
don't know. Child, y'all was late, so it threw me off. BB.
we said it on the same basis.
We can say okay. But no, let me take that back. Wildcat was not late at all. He came all the way from Chicago.
I came from New York and I made it on.
And I'm usually late.
But you made
so.
it.
We made it.
Now I appreciate. I'm really pulling your chain. I really appreciate you guys for being here in the studio. Before we kind of get into the movie, let's just talk about each of you. Kelly, hey, I'm looking at Kelly's live. Y'all like, what's she talking about? It's a random hey. Now I don't have Tourette's, and her live was on. I had to say hey to her people. All right, so Kelly,
yes.
Let's start with you, boo. Okay, I left love you.
I love you too. I think you are super dope.
You've been grinding. Yeah, you've been grinding, doing this comedy thing for. I remember. I think I seen you do comedy at. It was like the Black Firefighters something. You came. I was like, okay, and I'm like, okay, we go from here to there. So tell the people about your journey, really from Milwaukee to kind of across the globe.
Well, I mean, it's simple. The Midwest, we're the best, and Milwaukee just happens to be one of those cities that teach you how to grind, and teach you a work ethic because nothing is given to you here.
I'm telling you.
So we had to create. We didn't have rooms. We had to create. As you know, no one has the market. They're not coming to check for radio hosts and talent. So we just had to create, and I think that's what I did. I started off Mother's Day, actually, 8 years ago, and I haven't looked back. 8 years.
It flies, right?
It flies. And I remember just sitting up saying, I wonder am I going to be able to perform at a theater? I'm like, a theater? I'm ready for my tour to be a theater now. So just leaving Milwaukee, stepping out on faith, right? Trusting God, trusting the process, knowing that, you know what, if this is something I want to give my all to, do it.
Right. And the one thing I loved about you too, though, even like kind of in the grind and the coming up, is that no matter what stage it was, like you adjusted to it, whether it was a secular stage or a spiritual stage, because you did some work with evangelist, Lady High.
Oh,
you did,
absolutely.
you know, that it was a play that she did.
Yes.
That she did, and so I was like, and I think that's one of the keys.
Well, that's who I am. I mean, guess what? Your personality. The great thing about being a comedian is our truth.
Yeah.
I love doing clean comedy just as much as I love doing secular or whatever. But God is the root of it all.
Yeah.
Like without God, I can't even imagine the state of mind I'll be in because I travel. I'm on the road. I literally wanted to sleep in the car on the way here, but I had so much fun with my people that I'm like, you know what? It's not about me. This is a ministry. So my ministry is way deeper than this. People come to me. You think like the money is rewarding. People come to me after the shows like, girl, listen, I almost lost my mind.
See?
Girl, if I didn't come laugh today, thank you. Oh, I feel so good about myself. They waving their arm fat. I'm just bringing like this inner peace. I mean, I'm just making people
arm fat.
wave the arm fat. I'm bringing this inner peace. I'm bringing this confidence in people. And I'm like, God, this is my ministry. Ministry is not just at a pulpit. I mean, it's so beyond that.
I love it. I literally was just saying that to Wildcat a little bit earlier when I was talking about the different, platforms. Everybody, isn't called to the pulpit. It's like what you might be called to be behind the camera, running a radio show or, running the boards, whatever that thing is, that's what it is. As long as you can inspire people along the way. And Kelly, I have to tell you that you inspire people when we look at you, girl. That's why I love to have.
You can make me cry. I know. I'm a cry.
But I'm saying, like, you about to make me cry. Stop. I'm about to have a moment. I'm so seriously, because when I look at you, I'm just like, she did it. She broke through. Woo! I feel it. And we see, that's what we see. And they don't know your story.
They don't know the grind, and that's the great thing about it. Like, but I try to be as transparent as possible. I go live and tell people like I miss my daughter.
Yeah. It's
sometimes
a lot.
I miss my.
There's
husband.
a cost.
Oh, it's a cost, and everybody think that everything that glitter is gold, but baby, you don't. I have to go through the fire and got to be tried. And it's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard work when people tell you no, and you like I deserve that.
Yeah.
And you got to really humble yourself and don't tell them why you deserve it because now it seems like you boasting. And now you seem like an angry black female. Now you seem like, you're not grateful. So now you got to just sit there. But one thing about God, when it's really for you, there's nothing that no one can do that can take it away from you. Thank you for closing the door. Thank you. Because guess what? There's a window and there's a fire escape and the ladder's
Don't
down.
make me run.
Do you understand
you
what I'm
literally
saying?
about to make me run around the studio, but the camera only goes this way.
That's how God is.
Yeah.
Come on, man. I do too much for you to not have as much faith as I'm showing you.
Yeah, so. And here's the crazy part, Kel. The best is yet to come. Like this is just this is this is a stage. And then it's like so much more, and I've been I'm trying my best. Like, I gotta move off this, but I want to say because the thing is, there's doors that's been closed for a lot of us, even everybody that's here in the studio and those people that are watching there on live. And the thing is, and the reason why is because God wants to create the stage. The stage is too big for man to create. So if you allow God to create the platform for you and open the doors for you, I guarantee you no man can shut them. Oh my God. But Wildcat, you here too.
Hey.
Wildcat got a
But listen, for the yes. But listen, you came all the way. This comedian Wildcat. I said, oh hey, what's your name? That's when I first got here. Comedian Wildcat. I said, come on in, brand. That's what I said in my heart. Yeah. I said, you better stay in your brand because you could have just said anything. But so you came all the way here from Chicago and was on time. I just need everybody to know that.
And his license suspended.
Yes,
that's a great thing.
It's suspended, but I can drive today. I talked to the judge. He said it's straight. Come on.
Wildcat, what's your story? So Chicago, but you here. What you doing here?
Oh,
we be trying to get out.
I'm merely a class clown turned professional.
And that's his real voice, y'all. I just need you.
This is it. This is not auto-tunes or something. Yeah, but just, cracking jokes in high school, man, elementary school. I didn't know I was preparing myself for a career. But I've been doing comedy 18 years, man. I've been blessed to travel all over the world. I've been to Germany, Amsterdam. I've been to Belgium, East Coast, West Coast. I've done several movies, several national commercials, man. It's just a blessing to keep the lights on and do what I love to do, man.
Right, no disconnection notices in your house, huh?
Oh, now we're not going to say that.
The notice may come.
We've had a couple of eviction notices. But that's all a part of the journey, man. That's all
exactly. It's the story. Honestly, it's a part of the story. And so, you had your path, Kelly, Wildcat. You have your path, and somehow your paths have crossed. And,
we definitely know how they crossed because Chicago is right around the corner, and that is the market that you want to be in. Okay. Chicago, Atlanta, LA, New York. These are these markets that you want to be in. So Wildcat, I met him. And he's been the exact same way since day one.
I love people like that.
Embracing, like, hey, he didn't treat me like a new comedian. You see, he said 18 years. And I'm like, wow. Hey, and that's a big difference. That's respect. So there's things that he knows that he could give me the game. And he like, hey, don't do it this way. Because I did it that way and it don't work.
Right.
And that's the privilege and the honor of having old heads.
I'm an old head. I'm an old head.
And you were right. And with all due respect. You get what I'm saying? And some people get caught up in thinking like, he's a star to me.
Yeah.
You don't have to be a superstar to work, but he's a star to me. I look at him and I'm like, dude, that's a funny joke. Can you teach me how to write it? He's hilarious. He teach classes. So, we crossed paths because, hey, it was meant to be. Like, maybe my boyfriend.
Oh, wait a minute. You gonna drink after? Well, we're not gonna say because I know.
Juice. We're drinking juice.
We're drinking juice
and eating crackers
and Doritos. That's the one thing I did say earlier. That one thing that I can put down for my notes on Wildcat is that this brother liked to eat. When I first got here, he has a bag of Doritos, and then was that corn nuts? What was you chewing on?
Those were the Skittles I got out the bucket in the front. They got Butterfingers.
They got a bucket that's not monitored. I already took 32 Jolly Ranchers. I can't wait to leave back out. I had my eyes on this Reese Pieces and then Robin talks. Ooh, they got chocolate.
They got the good candy.
And we tried to give Myron some because he needed.
That's how they, in Pewaukee they got the good candy.
In Pewaukee they got good candy, boy. It was worth this drive.
I love it. But another way that you guys your paths have crossed is obviously in this amazing movie, Disconnection Notice. So let's talk a little bit about the movie, how you landed the role and what your experience has been like with that. I can start with Kelly and then Wildcat, chime on in.
Okay, well, let me say my experience. My experience is with the actual production team. I've actually done my first movie with them, role play, and it was...
yes.
It was the most amazing experience of my life where myself and T-Dot co-starred, and we switched...
It's on Amazon.
It's on Amazon Prime. Y'all hear me, baby? Shout out to my people at Amazon Prime. I'm talking about 1 day, 2 day delivery. Okay, but y'all can go check that out. You can watch it on the plane everywhere. So that's so dope. Oh my goodness, that makes me happy. So listen, I'm at your fingertips. And so Rubin,
let
me tell you about Rubin. Yeah. Rubin is like a godsend. When Rubin sees something in somebody, Rubin does not let that go. Okay, it could be 10 years from now. He's like, hey, I'm Kelly. You know that guy we met? We were at Taco Bell. I'm like, I don't remember. He's like, I ordered a chalupa with no meat.
And Rubin always talk like he in a job interview or something.
Right.
So ain't nobody finna hire you, Rubin.
I feel like it's important. I'm like, I gotta remember. But Rubin like, well, I had an idea. So I'm gonna send over the script.
Yes.
Check it out. What do you think? And I'm like, what? What do I think? Let's go. Toot toot. And
don't think I know about the tutu.
Oh, you got it saved in the city.
You asked me if I should know. Now I'm like, oh God, I got to do research on the tutu. Okay, that's for another time.
Yeah, that's some research.
I'm not sure if I'm gonna say tutu yet, but y'all
don't
go
say
ahead, keep
tutu.
saying
Just
it.
let me say
it.
It's not bad, but the thing about it is, Rubin just actually called like, hey, we got this idea. He gave me the brief run over. I'm like, what? It sounds super dope. Yeah. He's like, what do you think about this person? What do you think about that person? So I'm like, Rubin, go-to girl.
Yes. For movies.
For movies. No, for everything. We're like real close friends. We're like, we go to each other for everything. Like, hey, what do you think about? And so, but no, seriously. And he ran Wildcat name and a couple of names. He was like, dude, they dope. And I'm like, let's do it.
And y'all are the main characters.
We are the main characters.
Oh, come on for the Wildcat crowd. So Wildcat, talk a little bit about your character. Do you connect to the character at all, or is it really just a role for you?
No, definitely. In the struggle in comedy, you get those disconnection notices, and you got to come up with it. You got to come up with the money. You got to do extra shows. You got to trade in that bag of change you got. You got to really try to make it work. So it definitely hit home.
How much of the I guess the movie, for lack of a better phrase, well, I mean that's what it is straight script versus ad-libbing? Because some stuff I was like, I don't think that was written.
Yeah. I mean, we stuck.
It was hilarious.
With any production, you have to focus on the script so that the other actors knows their cue lines.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of working with a team like the Media Circus team, is because they'll let you kind of do your thing.
Yeah, it was fun.
And pull you back when you need to. So I would say it was a good 30% maybe.
Yeah.
Improv.
Wow.
But it was fun, and it wasn't like overbearing when they tried to change it. It wasn't making you feel like, I thought that was great, and they didn't. So it was really good. It was like a team effort.
Yeah.
And sometimes they thought they were funny, and that's what was like, nah, that ain't funny.
Exactly.
They like, add this. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
I love it. We can stay on the movie, really the remainder of the show, but we want to kind of jump into some of the hot topics, and we'll come back to the Disconnection Notice movie and everything that's going on, because we have more cast members and supporters that are here in the studio, and we want to talk to them as well. But it's one thing that we do at Saved in the City is something called Hot Topics. I want to find another name for it because everybody says Hot Topics, so we'll figure out what we're gonna call it. But just so you know that it is something that is trending now, maybe we call it trending now.
I don't know. Trending now.
Trending now is a little bit better. Maybe that, okay. I don't have to pay you for that. Do it.
Trending now,
Can
or
I say that?
No.
So look, Saving the City fans, I need y'all to research Toot Toot and inbox me right now.
They know already. Saved in the City, no, because God is a good God.
Yes.
He is.
Can we talk about someone who thinks he's God? Kanye.
You know what?
We were so excited, and then there was just disappointment that rested.
I think it's more confusion at this point.
He lost.
We know mental illness is real, and one thing in the black community,
but why people still saying he a genius though? That's what I'm confused.
Because
I'm like,
most geniuses are mentally, they so much embody.
What? Okay, go ahead.
Imagine God giving you everything at once.
Yeah,
that's a genius. But it's can you handle
Kanye
that?
has everything. Please, just on
I'm
a sidebar.
moving to that town.
Tell me,
he built it up. Now I don't know about y'all. He bought 300 acres.
Yeah, he did.
Yes, he did.
Okay, that might be because thank you.
But you understand, some pieces. The thing about Kanye.
Yes,
so I'm like on the fence.
Help me with this.
And this is my opinion. I'm on the fence. He's great, but he has 1,000,001 great things that he's trying to tackle at once, and some of them are overlapping and they're contradicting the other. So, okay, he's saying that Donald Trump is a great person because of the change. He likes the change in Donald Trump, but whenever you say Donald Trump, it gives what
change in Donald Trump?
No, the fact that Donald Trump is going for whatever change he said he's doing. And
by any means necessary.
But he also loves the Barry Sanders methods. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like, how do you?
But then you say something as stupid as
slavery.
Well,
that's the part. We can't skip over that.
Well, really, you got to dig.
This dude is rogue.
When you understand entertainment, it's all about promotion. Remember when Ali was fighting Foreman and they had all this rah-rah? A lot of that is made up, you know.
You think what he's saying is made up?
I think he's crazy, okay?
Yeah.
And he lives in a world that doesn't really exist. He's kind of creating it as he goes.
But it's about him.
It's all about him. And when you take a guy from Chicago that went through all he went through, people don't know his story.
That is y'all people.
When you went through all of that, and now you're here, you can pretty much have and do anything you want. Coming from where he came, it wasn't like he was in the projects and all. His mom's worked for Chicago State University, so it wasn't like he was struggling. But to pursue your dream for so long and now it's here, a lot of people can't handle that. And that's really what it is. Being in that position to where you feel like you're God, even though you're not. I think the man's confused.
I mean, he said, I forget what radio show that was that they were interviewing him on, and he was just talking way left. And he said, and they said something in like, you know what, brother, I'm gonna pray for you. He was like, most people don't pray for me, they pray to me. This nigga
he
think
that?
he is God for real.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, come on.
I knew it was all bad when you dealt with a Kardashian. I mean, because God, I don't even know.
Once again, it's all about image. It's all about the
I think he lost himself when his mom died.
Oh, of course.
Yep.
When his mother died. Because, I mean, isn't like, this, is it a new album that he's doing with the picture of the person, the surgeon who worked on his mom?
Wait, what?
Yes. I'm telling y'all talking about this dude is a genius. He's gone.
But you got to dig into it because they told.
You didn't see, did y'all see that?
No, but they told his mom, it was like 5 doctors told his mother not to have that surgery. She had to find somebody. Yep, it was the image.
I can't wait to come on, put them Robert. Okay, folks, just a quick sidebar. Robin Reese is about to speak on the line. What you say?
Because I love Kanye, and I know the dude, so I ain't gonna be able to let y'all go too far.
Yeah, say a little bit.
You know, light-skinned girls always try to I love that.
No, I'm just saying, I was saying about Donda. She was going to she died getting cosmetic surgery. Like, y'all talking about the Kardashians. His mama went to a foreign island to get cosmetic surgery. And so I made I posted that on somebody's, I said she was trying to look like a Kardashian, but we can't ignore that.
Yeah.
So while y'all saying he crazy and he on something else, clearly his older, what was she, 60? How old was his mama?
I don't know how she was, but I do think that is where it started.
Yeah.
I think that's where the crazy started. And I just think that he needs some help. But tell me why you love him. That's what I want to know.
I think it's deeper. Kelly was kind of going there. Like she said, as soon as people hear Donald Trump, they cringe. As soon as people hear slavery, they cringe. And it's like, oh, he's crazy. He's out of line. But it's deeper than that. You know, if you listen to his music, he made a song called New Slaves. And if you listen to some of his lyrics, he's taken his own definition to slave. He's thinking about himself, first of all, and he's saying it, and he has a platform. But I've heard other men say, "Oh, they wouldn't have had me, or I would have killed myself." His mentality of saying, "If I was there." So now the way that it came across, it sounds like, oh, like he not. I don't think that he's dismissing the struggle at all, but I think that from his perception, he definitely is a narcissist.
Yes,
but it wasn't about that. Just thinking about his mentality and knowing who I feel like I am as a man, but people, like you say, you hear Donald Trump, you hear slavery, it's like, and it's deeper than that.
I get the point that you're making, but again, when you have that level, that level of leadership or where people focus on you, there's a level of responsibility that comes with that, where you just can't say it. Well, you can say anything, but know that it's going to have a extreme consequence.
But I think that's what he's teaching. I just had to show somebody. So people were circulating that whole. Was it the Make America Great Again? No, it was it was a jacket. He had a picture where he had the Confederate flag on his jacket. That picture is like from 5 years ago.
Yeah.
But if you read the article tied to that, he's basically saying we give the same way I feel about the word nigga or nigger. Mm-hmm. We give that word power. If we decide to say it doesn't offend us anymore, it doesn't offend us. And that's what Kanye said about that. That's what he's saying about Make America Great. I'm taking this. I'm taking ownership. He's trying to teach us that we can think on our own. We can do whatever we want to do. We give them the power when we make this offend us, when we make this hurt us. So I'm taking it and saying, no, it don't. I'm giving, this is what it means to me.
Yeah.
And I'm going to wear it like that.
I hear what you're saying, but again.
No, I'm saying based on his own words, that based on that flag, he's like, I'm taking it. I'm giving a new definition. I'm giving the new slaves. I'm making a new
for the
term.
New slaves. But this is the other part though that I was going to say, because these are also his words, and then we're going to have to go to a quick break. When he was, I got to find out what the name of that radio show was, but they were talking to him about this whole Donald Trump thing.
And he Sway said, in the morning?
Not Sway, but that was a good one too.
That was
a real good one too.
Breakfast Club?
Did y'all see that whole hour and 45-minute interview with Charlamagne?
See, I don't got that kind of
I didn't see that one, but I didn't have that. But I got to say this point. When he was talking about Donald Trump, he said, I need a father figure. He said he was looking at Donald Trump as though he was a father figure, and he said because he lost his father. And so when they pressed in on him to say more about the father he lost, he was like, I lost Bruce Jenner. And so that's what I'm saying.
Okay, so beyond, just the Donald Trump. Beyond Donald Trump being, what was your thoughts of Donald Trump before he became president? Because I love Donald Trump.
But did you see the switch?
I'm saying beyond, what was your thoughts of Donald Trump before he got? I was a Donald Trump fan. He's a real estate mogul. I looked up to
him in some ways, but I never.
As far as his business sense, yeah, it's great.
Look how we talking about Donald Trump. I want to get back to Kanye.
Not at all would I ever want him to run the country.
Come on.
Now, would I work with him on some business deals? Yeah. But run the country, no.
And what we're saying is Kanye at this point.
Yeah.
Okay, let's remove the fact that Kanye is a genius. Let's remove the fact of him being a self-proclaimed.
Says Kelly and Robin, self-proclaimed genius.
When you're an entertainer, when you are a celebrity, you have a certain platform. People look up to you as rappers do, actors, whatever. So you have to be very sensitive with what you put out to the world. So right now, people are not hearing nothing but Trump, Kanye.
Yeah,
we're dismissing everything else.
And now Bruce Jenner. He said he lost Bruce Jenner, but I gotta finish that point. He said he lost Bruce Jenner as a father. Something's wrong in your head, and so they said that they were trying to figure it out.
Y'all don't know what Bruce Jenner did for him.
He said,
or did to him.
Listen. This is what he said. He said Bruce Jenner. He said I lost Bruce Jenner, and then he said, so the guy said, you lost Bruce to what? He said to Caitlyn. He was like, then he said, did Bruce touch you? He was like, Bruce never touched me, but Caitlyn did a few things. That's what he said.
Oh, that's the same person.
We gotta go to break. I love y'all. Hold on. Let's go to our first break, because we could go on forever and we will never move on. This is craziness. God bless you, Kanye. Seriously.
Yeah.
And we'll be right back after this.
Make it say, no limit, with a little faith in God. There's no limit, baby. Faith will make it move. Cause when you trust in a God like mine, there's no limit, baby. Make it say, I got that mustard seed faith. That is the limit. I'm trying to move a mountain. You should trust in a God like mine, cause there's no limit, baby. Cars on the climb. How did my car just decline? While I'm standing in line, how I'm gonna pay? What if this happened to me? What if this happened to me? Went straight down to my knees like, Lord, I need you. Lord, I need you. Speaking in tongue, my God, in front of all these people. All these people. Something said, try again. Get on your feet, girl, and try again. Wipe your tears, girl, you're born again. You might have put in the wrong pen. I'm faithful, I told ya. My name be Jehovah. You be my soldier. Promise to hold ya. Make it say, no limit. With a little faith in God, there's no limit, baby. Faith will make it move. No limit. Cause when you trust in a God like mine, there's no limit, baby. Make it say, I got that mustard seed faith. That is the limit. I'm trying to move a mountain. You should trust in a God like mine, cause there's no limit, baby. Give me a sign, Lord, can you give me a sign? I am so tired of crying, I need a break. When it's gonna be better days, seem like I'm stuck in the maze. Go ahead, speak to the storm, tell them let me go. I had enough. thought that the storm wouldn't face me. These bills, they driving me crazy. I'm just trying to feed my babies. Holy Ghost, Holy Ghost, Holy Ghost. I need a cup of miracle. You said accent and shall be good. Lord, I need some food up in my kitchen. Thank you for hearing my cry, for wiping the tears from my eyes. You didn't show up right away, but you were right on time. With a little faith in God, there's no limit, baby. Faith will make it move. No limit, no limit. Cause when you trust in a God like mine, there's no limit, baby. Make it say, I got that mustard seed faith that passes the limit. I'm trying to move a mountain. Oh, no limit, no limit. You should trust in a God like mine, cause there's no limit, baby.
And we are back. You are locked live right here to Saved and the City each and every Wednesday on Facebook Live, and download it to your apps every Friday at 1 p.m. Oh my God, this is quite the show. The Disconnection Notice takeover. Yes, they are taking over, and I love every bit of it. I love good conversation. You know, I think we all deserve a seat at the table. We all have our opinions on all the different things that are going on in our world, and you know the premise of Saved and the City is kingdom solutions for real world issues, and it just kind of is what it is. You believe what you believe, and when it comes down to it, you got to walk in your own truth and deal with your own stuff, you know. So let's jump right into our church announcements for the week, and then we're going to go into one of my favorite segments, the Milwaukee Treasure segment. And so again, the church announcements are just community events and happenings that are going on right here in the Milwaukee area, and sometimes the Chicago area. And if you have any event that you would like for me to announce live right here on the show, then you can just email it to savedandthecitymke@gmail.com. Again, savedandthecitymke@gmail.com, and I'm happy to share that with our listening audience. So let's jump right in. First of all, coming up, the Power Network, Power Moves. A shout out to Chantel McKenzie, who's a supporter here at Saved in the City. She has an amazing event that's coming up on Saturday, May 5th, 2018. It's on the 6th floor of 176 West Wisconsin Avenue, and it starts at 12:30 p.m. And it is a brunch, if I'm not mistaken. And she has special speakers, Cheryl McMurtry, Dr. Debbie Allen, Bridget Robinson, and Chandra Cooper. Registration for Saturday is only $35. And the weekend Power Pass, and this also includes the Sunday's Women and Wine Brunch, is $85, $99 if you want the VIP. So shout out to Chantel, and you guys can check our group if you want to see a little bit more about the details of that particular event. Also coming up, this is actually a Facebook Live event, so you can catch this wherever you are. It's called Empower Me with Purpose. It's Facebook Live chats hosted by your own Shauna CEO Weatherspoon. She says, join us and our special featured guest, businesswoman, philanthropist, and artist, Keantha Duncan, as she joins us from Washington for some heartfelt conversation around motherhood. Keantha is a published columnist for the Black Lens newspaper and host of a weekly talk radio show, Two Brown Ladies and a Microphone. So make sure you check them out on Facebook Live, just like Shauna CEO Weatherspoon, and you'll be able to catch that live. And again, that's happening Sunday, May 6th at 8 p.m. Also coming up, this happens every year, and it is an experience that you do not want to miss. It's Melva Henderson's Women in Worship 2018 Life in Abundance. And it's happening May 25th through the 26th. And I always mess up the name, but I'm going to try it again. It's the Helen Zalezo Center, and that's located at 2419 East Kenwood Boulevard in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, 53211. Secure your seats today. It's only $65, and the Empowerment Luncheon is $55. And what else we have going on? Oh, Men Talk. Yeah, I'm excited about that because women, we talk a lot. And so it's like, you know, let's hear the men talk. And so this is by Anaja Entertainment, and it's Men Talk Time to Listen talk show happening May 12th. That's a Mother's Day treat. 2 talk shows, 4 p.m. and 7 p.m. And it's going to be held at the Empire Room, and that's at 4126 North Teutonia Avenue in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Tickets are only $15. And if you want more information, give Annette a call at 414-412-9622. Also coming up, and this is why we're in the studio today, is the Disconnection Notice red carpet movie premiere. Yay! That's happening tomorrow, y'all. Thursday, May 3rd. Doors open at 6:30 p.m. at the Oriental Theater. That's going to be super cool. And that's located at 2230 North Farwell Avenue. Music by DJ Bizon, because I always say Bison and that's wrong. So Bizon, hosted by Myron Jewel, and I can't say his IG name. That's hilarious. Featuring Brian the Wildcat Smith, and a slew of other amazing people. The after party and comedy show is at Company Brewing, 735 East Center Street. Doors open at 9 over there, and there's a comedy show at 10. So it should be really fun if you're looking for something to do tomorrow. And this is brought to you guys by Media Circus. Now comes one of my favorite times of the show, where we get an opportunity to shine light on someone in our city doing amazing things. And this young man, I'm going to say, that I have sitting next to me, he loves to be behind the camera, behind the scenes. And I said, no, you need to come on out, and we're going to do an exclusive right here. And Rubin, we just wanted to take an opportunity to shine light on you and to say that we see you, we see the work that you're doing, and we appreciate you. How you feeling?
I'm good.
Getting that microphone in.
I have to bring it to me. I hear myself.
Yes, absolutely. So, tell us a little bit, for those people who don't know you. I mean, I can say, give the accolades, but tell the people a little bit about kind of who you are. We know you as a media producer and all of these other things, but tell them in your own words kind of who you are and why you have a heart for the community, especially when you start dealing with young people in that regard.
I mean, first and foremost, the biggest blessing I've ever had in my life is my daughter, Niall. So I'll start with that as, before being a filmmaker, I take a great deal of pride in being proud to be a father. Yeah. So that's that cheeseball stuff, but it's
you
the truth.
You want to cry too? Me and Kelly cry. You ready to cry? We can cry. I like crying sometimes.
I do too. People know I have no problem crying. Yeah. There's no problem with crying. Crying's good.
Yeah.
It's healthy. But being from Milwaukee, born and raised, Milwaukee Public School kid, went to Vincent, went to Burroughs.
Yeah.
And been fortunate enough to travel the world making films. Mm-hmm. It just comes down to following your dream and being truly focused on knowing that's your path.
Absolutely.
And for me, that was pretty evident early on, and I've stayed on that path ever since. So, one of my running statements is I've never had a job. A job is that thing you hated going to. I've been a filmmaker since college. This is all I do on things that are related to film. Mm-hmm. So, being from Milwaukee, that's relevant to me. I take pride in that.
I love it. And I love to see when people follow their passion and then make it their living. Like you said, we don't have to have jobs. I think it's appointed for all men to work, but you can actually work doing something that you love. So I appreciate you for walking the walk. And
you're not getting out of work when you love what you do. Your career requires way more than the job. A job, you look at the hours, you're like, okay, I go to work at 9, I get off for this first break, and then I take 10 minutes, and then, at 3:29, technically I'm supposed to leave at 3:30, but I'm out of here at 3:29. That's a job.
Yeah.
Everybody who knows me knows I don't keep those kind of hours.
Yeah.
My hours can extend well into 18 and 20 hours a day, and that's good with me. I'm okay with that. I wake up happy to do what I do. Mm-hmm. I'm not miserable about it. Mm-hmm. I'm not a morning person, but I'm an all-day person. So once I'm up, and I'll stay up until people get up. I'll stay up until 6 a.m. before I'll get up at 6 a.m. and be like, hey, let's go somewhere. Mm-hmm. But it's never an issue of giving on the hours to what you believe in and what you're passionate about. I'm in a room full of passionate people. So it's like we genuinely don't have clocks that resonate with how much time. We try to be smarter and mature to share our time with our family and our career. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. That might be the biggest competition. It's not, man, because most of us would give it all to either one of them. Yeah. Like you could stay at home and just be a parent and be okay with that, and dismiss the career. But that's not your calling per se. Yeah. That's your greed and your selfishness of I love being a dad. My daughter knows I love being a dad. I spend all my time with my daughter or making film. Yeah. And she actually knows that. She'll 9 out of 10 times she'll be like, oh, you doing something film related. Mm-hmm. She's not in competition with film, but the point is she's aware that that's my energy. Mm-hmm. So if I'm not making films, I'm focused on being the dad that I've been blessed to have a child for the last 20 years. But I think that's how all of us are. And I look around like literally, that's how literally everybody in our crew is. We genuinely love what we do, but we also genuinely love the blessing that we've had upon us to be able to guide a life or have a family or in certain cases be in relationships that reflect this is the right situation that I want to invest my time in. Aside from that, and it's weird because this is not planned, but I'm sitting here like, we really don't have too many other things that we do. It's like, you know, some people play kickball games. Right. You know, two of us are in, you know, Black Greek organizations, but we spend a lot of time appreciating that from the time that we were in it in our college days. But I make films. I raise my daughter.
Yeah, I love it. You know? Talk a little bit though about the give back, because I know you do have a heart for some of the at-risk youth, and then I know we had talked, you know, in the past about maybe even putting certain things together. So tell me about kind of where your head is with that particular piece.
Well, it's kind of weird. It's like I don't think of film as a separation, so I don't look at it like, you know, I do films and then I do give back or charity. It's like the people I surround myself with have genuinely expressed the interest in being a part of film. Or they've had somebody around them say, hey, this person wants to get into film. And my attitude is, okay, so let's do it. And that's kind of what Kelly was alluding to. It's like she told me she wanted to act. Myron told me he wanted to act. So let's give them platforms to act in. But if somebody says they want to do camera work, if somebody says they want to do sound, if somebody says they want to do scoring, to me that's all film related. And I function from the perspective of peers. So it's not that I look at myself as like I'm going to help somebody on some like bestow upon them. I'm actually making more colleagues for future endeavors. You know, Robin and I have talked about what the city needs as far as filmmaking crews go, and it's like if it's not there, we have to build it. And it's I'm trying not to get to pretentious words like build it. It's like we're just trying to attract people who want to do what we do already. And if that is indeed what they want to do and they're willing to put forth the necessary time and energy to perfect their craft, because as much as I'm very open and wanting the community to be involved, people who are around me know that I'm really about the craft of it too. So it's not a pity party of like, oh, let's let them try. It's like, no, if you say this is what you are, you know, I'm expecting you to deliver it at 100%. And I'll give you the platform because you're giving me the opportunity too. So it's not I'm giving you a platform and it's like back to the it's not Russell Simmons logic. It's like we're all making a movie together, but you genuinely have to be there for the craft of whatever that craft is. If you're the craft service person, make sure it's on point. If you're if you're an actor, make sure you're on point. And this is the best environment that I could do that in, where it's not caught up in the financial gains of Hollywood, because I've come from that environment. I know how the business works. I'm very understanding of that. But in Milwaukee in particular, the goal is to make sure the underrepresented in this thing called the film community or the film industry, that I can chip away at that. I'm underrepresented. There's not a lot of black people in it, you know, but in the same token, there's not a lot of females. There's not a lot of young people who don't necessarily have the privileges. There's not a lot of people from Milwaukee. I get that all the time. You're from Milwaukee, there's black people in Milwaukee. So my attitude is, if I'm in the town, if I'm in Milwaukee, which I've been in for the last couple of years, it's like people who want to do film, I'm trying to make sure they see this opportunity. So we do actively pursue the underrepresented, which typically is people of color, women, sexual preference, youth. Like we're really big on, you know, letting a kid who's in high school have the opportunity to be on set and function in a way that makes them realize what they're capable of one day having the opportunity to do, but also makes them involved at that point. Because some of this stuff isn't actually hard. It's just you still have to be disciplined, focused, and reliable.
I love it, and what I love even more about you is that you do it just because it's what's to be done. Again, it's not like you said. It's not like a handout. It's just you want to do film. Okay, this is what we're doing.
And
you
I want to do
this
film.
Walk,
you know, so it's like, you want to do film? I want to do film. So why would we not make films
together? Let's do film together,
Because there's nobody doing it. Now, if it was oversaturated and everybody was doing great films that were monetized and people were making a living off of it, and you could watch it everywhere, then I probably wouldn't have the same mindset that I have in my town. But so often is the case. When Kelly mentioned her first movie, that was literally the first movie I did when I came back. I won't say it's the first movie the town did, because there were people doing movies prior, like C.L. Woodson had out a couple of movies, and there's people who do their thing. But I was coming from, hey, I've been doing it at a very high level by the industry standard of the world, which is Hollywood, and my attitude is like, that's just my norm. So I don't function off of it being like, well, we're going to make these little budget movies. It's like, no, we're going to make movies that are competing, but we're going to make it in our town, and we're going to make it with the limited resources that we have, but we never use the limited resource as an excuse. It's just a fact.
Absolutely.
You know, so why not try to make something that can end up on Amazon Prime, that can end up in the Oriental, that can end up, you know, having negotiations with people who are trying to put it on the BETs and the TV ones. You know, why not make that the norm? That's where I come from. And even then, I would say that's not even a high rung on the ladder. That's just, you know, and this is not to get too political and drawn into it, but that's just a version of filmmaking. You know, that's what they call black films. You know, there's a whole nother world of film of all sorts, whether it's international film, whether it's, you know, the film that's considered mainstream, whether it's, oh, you do box office numbers, oh, you're on, you know, cable, oh, you're doing video on demand. Like, everybody has these platforms, and to me, none of them are unobtainable. So I just look at it like, let's go for it.
Absolutely.
Let's find things that we can actually do well, and go see if we can get to those platforms too.
Yeah, and you've reached some of those platforms and then some. And so let's talk a little bit about Disconnection Notice, and then we'll go to our next break before, believe it or not, this hour is about to be up just that quick. But yeah, let's talk a little bit about Disconnection Notice. This is, you've written, directed, produced.
I didn't write it. A gentleman named Sean Parks blessed us with the script. It was a script that he had a couple of years ago, and we've always been interacting with him, and we knew we wanted to work on a project that he had, a script that he had. So Disconnection Notice came across the table years ago. We spent the time kind of positioning ourselves to be able to handle doing that type of project, and we, you know, we being Rob Phillips and I initially got together with Sean Parks, and we put that initial team together. Then, as often is the case, I dragged in a bunch of producers to help, you know, with the process. You know, Media Circus kind of came on board, and with Media Circus has its own talents and things. You know, Robin Reese is involved, and Stephanie Comer's involved, and it allows us to best achieve our goals. And then from that on, we actually sought out a director. We actually started seeking out our cast and our primary crew. And, you know, it comes together fairly easy because we make films, so people mostly know. More than likely, if I'm calling you, it's a film conversation. Some people don't take that well. Some people want me to call and talk about, hey, let's go bowling. I'm probably not going to call you for that. But if I call you, I'm truly probably calling on, like, let's go make a movie. So if that's what you say you want to do, that's a welcome call for most people. Like, hey, let's make this movie together.
Absolutely.
And we brought the cast and the crew from the town, but we also knew from our experiences that we wanted nationwide actors involved. And, you know, we were very fortunate and blessed to be able to get some of the best. They gave us, you know, a great deal of their time and their talent. And we put this movie together with the intention on seeing its highest goal. So our goal for it is to obtain some TV One BT type vibes, or to see it on a Amazon or a Netflix. But our goal is to always incorporate people who are underrepresented in the cast and the crew. And we like showing our movies, so we do like doing premieres. So the premiere comes about on the fact that we spent 30-some days making this movie since November 20th all the way into February, you know, and it's a good thing that we can have the opportunity to show the cast and the crew their hard work, and then show the town what we've done, and encourage people to want to believe in their stories and pursue them in movie form. And we try to show them in the best platform. So the Oriental is the biggest movie theater in Milwaukee. We've had premieres at AMC Mayfair. We might have been one of the first, if not the first. We've had premieres at the Milwaukee Art Museum. You know, we're really comfortable with trying to say, let's take our movies wherever real movies are shown, so that people can see their movie in those same places that they see other movies. And we're going to take Disconnection Notice on the road. So the same goal is to see it in Detroit, Chicago, go over to Detroit, go over to Indianapolis, go back over to Memphis, Little Rock, possibly St. Louis, and down to Dallas. And that's a reflection of how we drew cast from those different markets. And that's intentional and methodical. The goal is to one day be able to know we have stronghold in different markets. So when we drop a movie There's 10 cities that are available to us that will support the movie before we get to the let's see if we can get a deal. Because, you know, I'm very practical about filmmaking and its business side, so I don't try to oversell that. There's not a real consistent bag in this filmmaking, micro-budget filmmaking, until you prove that you have a fan base. And more than letting them show us our fan base, we're kind of going to get our fan base and nurture our fan base so that they support us before we even get to them. The them is Hollywood's system of distribution.
Yeah.
We want to be capable of sustaining ourselves without Hollywood and then making something that's really lucrative with Hollywood.
I appreciate you and all the work that you're doing. We're so excited about tomorrow. Disconnection Notice is happening. It's the red carpet movie premiere Thursday, May 3rd. Doors open at 6:30 p.m. at the Oriental Theater, 2230 North Farwell Avenue. Tickets are available at www.disconnectionnotice.com. Y'all need to be there. I'm going to be there. No, I think I was hesitating before. I don't know why. I'm absolutely going to be there without a doubt. I'm so excited. And then Rubin, I just want to again just take time just to say thank you and for the work that you do, for the platforms that you create for so many people, including my mama. You know, my mama was like literally in a Rubin movie.
Yeah, no, it's an opportunity for everyone because the stories reflect the world. You know, I thank you, Iberia, for being so courageous to start your own show and to make a good show and to make a show with purpose and focus, and we need that. And, you know, I wish you all the best too. So, I mean, whatever you need from me, same way as if I can help, I will. I mean, that's a fact. So
I love you, Rubin.
I appreciate
so
that.
we're not done. We're going to be right back after this break with a couple more of the cast members of Disconnection Notice. So let's go to that next break.
Come on, everybody, lift those hands. Hallelujah. Help me sing. I'm leaning on you. I'm leaning on you. I'm leaning on you. I'm leaning on you. Lord, I'm weak and I'm burned out, but I'm leaning on you. I need your peace. I need your peace to cover me. At times, it's hard for me to go on. I cry unto thee. I cry unto thee. Have mercy, Jesus. Lord, have mercy. Ooh, I'm weary and I'm tired. Just can't make it on my own. I can't make it on my own. I'm leaning on you.
Feeling stuck or overwhelmed in your business? Having trouble putting ideas into action? Not getting the results you want? Your business is in need of a coach, an experienced professional that motivates, provides honest feedback, and helps develop an action plan for your success. Did you know that 50% of businesses fail within the first 5 years? This doesn't have to be your business. You can now get all the help you need to succeed. Just visit Enterprise Now at enterprise-now.biz. Enterprise Now is a business development firm that specializes in providing business training, seminars, online training courses, and business coaching for business owners and entrepreneurs. That's enterprise-now.biz. Why wait? Take your business to the next level. We'll take your vision and your goals and deliver accountability, motivation, and an action plan so you and your business will succeed. Don't become a statistic. Visit us.
And we are back. I can see Kelly throwing it on. This has been an amazing show. Oh my God. And I got to give a shout out. I know you guys have been, we've been going to music break and it's like, who's that beautiful young woman singing those beautiful songs? And that is Tiffany Terry. She's absolutely amazing. So, one of the things that we do here at Saved in the City is we like to showcase our local talent. So if you have some music that is inspirational or gospel, feel free to send it to me at savedandthecity@gmail.com, and I'm happy to play it. So wow, we're still in the Disconnection Notice takeover. I know you're like, there's more guests, yes. And so we're sitting here. You guys heard Robin. She was off camera. Had to get in on this thing. So we got Robin and Myron here, also with Disconnection Notice. It is absolutely going down. So I guess what we can do with this particular segment, let's kind of jump in by telling the people how you're connected to this particular film. I know, Robin, you're a producer, marketer, and we were talking off camera about all the hats that we wear. Come on, for singer and everything else in between. But talk about your connection to the Disconnection Notice.
Yes. Hi, y'all. Hey. My connection, like you said, is
Myron got a beautiful smile. I just wanted to say that.
He ugly though, but his smile is nice.
He is father's son.
Yeah, you your daddy son. I am one of the producers through Media Circus. Like everyone here has said, Rubin is definitely the reason that I'm here and part of this. I've known Rubin since I was about 14, 15, which make it like a 20-something years. We not saying ages, but I've known him for a long time.
Right. We don't say no
so age. A little different. I didn't come to Rubin and say I wanted to act. I didn't come to Rubin is what Rubin knew about me and what he saw that he felt my talents were, and based on that, we're here. We have Media Circus, and we're making movies.
I love it. Seriously, I think is making movies a part of the slogan, because I just feel like it should be. I'll give y'all that one. That was good. Yeah, we make movies. I think it's just dope, super dope. Okay, and Myron, you've been quiet, child, this whole time. I thought you go.
No, I was
He's
chilling.
not even quiet.
I felt like in my spirit you weren't quiet.
No, I ain't quiet. But you said we had to be quiet behind the microphone.
Come on, obedience.
Yeah,
I like it.
See, but my role in the movie,
the face,
it's the smile at it. But my name Ricky in the movie,
My name Ricky.
Yeah, it's Ricky.
Yeah, I've seen the movie. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's Ricky, and I'm just like the irritating guy, like me in real life. I don't take nothing serious. I'm always playing. I'm broke. Ain't got no money. Like this is real life. I haven't had lights before everything, so it was it was fun shooting.
You got lights now, right?
Yeah, I got lights now.
We just passed the moratorium. I didn't know.
But sometimes, it do be like
still
that.
Still got lights. I got some kind of money now. I ain't rich or nothing. I got about $20 saved up.
So is this your first film, or talk about some of the other things you've done?
No, I did. My first film was a little snippet. I had like 3 seconds in role play. So I had like 3 seconds, and then they gave me a bigger role in Civilian Life. Rubin,
okay,
it's all with Rubin too. So shout out to the little homie.
The little homie.
Kelly Kellz. Yeah, you put me on. Okay, Kelly Kellz. I gotta try Kelly Kellz.
They over there like, oh, what?
Yeah. We listen. But I also did one called Nightlife, and now I'm doing. Body Count. I just did Body Count.
See?
And now
superstar.
Yeah, now I got Disconnection Notice.
That's what's up.
Like a co-star in the movie, with some heavy hitters. Some people I'm looking up to, like as far as acting and on the stage. They help me out a lot.
No, absolutely.
And then you make little mini movies like 10 a day.
Yeah.
Where the mini movies at? Where can we follow you and see the mini movies?
See, we can't say my Instagram. It's cheating.
Oh, right.
You can put Myron. If you type Myron Jewel in, it'll still pop up. But it's cheating Myron. You know what I mean? So when you type in Myron Jewel, you automatically see me. I'll pop right up.
It'll
so
pop right
I don't
up,
even have to
and
say
we
the
can see
full name.
we can see the mini movies.
But so
I'm here for it. So what's been the process of? Okay, so that's the thing. A lot of people don't really understand. They see the flyers that go up. It looks fun, the cast and the fun pose, but they don't see all the work that kind of goes behind making this a real thing for us to be able to come and sit down, eat our popcorn, and watch this movie. So talk about. Some of the ups and downs.
A lot of hard work.
I can speak to because I don't have to get behind the camera, although it is a team effort. So Rubin spoke of craft service, like we don't have but that's a major. You be hungry, don't you? But there's these bigger production companies have people. There's all these jobs. So at the end of a movie, you see credits that's rolling and rolling and rolling. You got people that's doing hair. You got people that's all these things, the styling, including bringing food. So I don't have to be on set, but I might have to come and feed them, and, different things like that. But then for post production, so once that's all done, for us to get to the point of having a premiere and renting that theater and making sure we got hotels for our out of town cast and getting a graphic designer and
that's not your main job.
No,
you know what I mean. So that's not even the main.
I'm trying to figure out what I forgot that I need to get now, but all that and if they need styling, getting a DJ, getting photographers, getting just all this stuff to make tomorrow be great. It's a lot of days and hours and times and meetings that we're having with each other and talking to a lot of people and a lot of 16, 20 4-hour days. Seriously. That it runs into each other. And
back to what Rubin was saying about it's maybe it's something that you love and you're passionate about, but it's still work. When it comes down to it.
Well, a prime example, yesterday I have 2 sons and I took them yesterday to see Avengers, and I was in that movie texting Rubin and sending emails to Marcus Hotels and doing all that.
Was that your first time seeing it?
That was my first time.
Okay, just quick sidebar. Was you a little bit pissed about?
I was not pissed.
What?
See, I'm always gonna be the opposite.
Myron, did you see Avengers?
No, I'm not even here no more. They ain't talking to me no more. I'm just here. I'm like, am I here? Like,
did you see the movie, Myron?
No, I haven't seen it, so that's why.
Do you even care about
Avengers?
Those type of movies?
I thought it was.
No.
It was so dope. It was so dope.
I was so mad.
I wasn't, and my sons weren't either, because it's gonna be a sequel.
No, I know it's gonna be a sequel, but I guess because I was so ready, like to the last 20 minutes, because you keep expecting that the hero's gonna come through, and then they don't.
Well, see, my 11-year-old said that this morning.
What?
And he's like, man, I thought that they were gonna get the
felt.
bad guy.
That's what you wanted.
But
I don't know nothing about no G.I. Joes and all that stuff they talking about.
No, he don't. There's no G.I.
It was but it was a very, very, very good movie, and I posted on Facebook that when Wakanda. So I knew that Black Panther was in there, but I didn't know that they was going to Wakanda.
Right, and now we talking about Wakanda.
No, but I didn't know that they were going to Wakanda. When Wakanda came on the screen, I was like, so they knew the Africans was in the building at that moment because I cut up. Yes.
Myron, go see the movie, and then we'll have another.
I'm like, we need another episode because I don't know nothing about Wakanda. None of them.
I did want to ask a question though on Disconnection Notice before we have to unfortunately be done. So the thing is, we're having a blast here in the studio, but do you guys ever have conflict with each other and still have to go on set,
arguing?
Or is this one of these?
Well, me and Kelly.
And how do you do? Yeah,
me and Kelly, we stay into it. Like that's all we do. That's all we do. Like we don't argue and we don't debate or something. It don't even matter. She can call me like I love you. I'm like I love you something. I'm gonna say something slick. Vice versa. But that's just how we talk. I think I get under Wildcat skin sometimes, but he won't say nothing because he's trying to, you know what I mean? Because he had to deal with me the worst with not knowing my lines and stuff because I was in the movie with him the whole time. So sometimes I look at his face, but his facial expressions is crazy, so you never know what it means. You know what I mean? Yeah. But I'm like, I used to go home like, I know he tired of me, man. You know what I'm saying?
but that's a mark of a true professional.
Yeah, he worked with me though. He helped me out a lot. And Rubin don't say much. he take his jabs,
until it's time to say something. Then
he take his jabs.
Rubin could go though.
Yeah.
But when you got a cast full of comedians, it's a lot of comic relief.
I snapped. Yeah, she cut you off.
Yeah, because we only got 2 minutes.
Right, but you talk for the 57 on. Let me get the last 2.
No, I'm just.
I was like, and there's conflict
and this is his last film.
With Media Circus, because I'm blowing it. Boom.
What was you trying to say?
As his manager, he won't be going anywhere further than this.
When did we make this one? Where the papers at? I ain't seen nothing signed.
He ain't signed nothing.
I forged stuff.
Look at that.
I was just saying, it's a lot of comic relief. You got a lot of comedians. He's saying, like, outside stuff are really on set. Not to say everybody may always see eye to eye, but it's going to be a joke. It's going to be a joke. Y'all goofy. Was you arguing with somebody?
Who?
On set?
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
I'm just playing.
He cry after he leaves set.
I don't cry.
I love it. You guys shout out the Disconnection Notice red carpet premiere one more time. Let us know exactly
shout
where
it out, Myron.
Now you shot. Now you want me to say the information?
You on your live. I want your live to see it.
It's tomorrow.
Yeah.
Disconnection Notice. Red carpet movie premiere tomorrow, May 3rd at the Oriental Theater. I don't know the address, but everybody should know where the historic Oriental Theater is on Farwell. Doors open at 6:30. We will be there on the red carpet, and y'all need to come ready for your close up because it's
happening.
Yeah, paparazzi will be around.
Going there. Yeah.
So be ready.
It's going to be super exciting. And you know, this was the Disconnection Notice takeover. And so we've had some of the cast and crew and support of this amazing film. And this isn't everybody. I mean, we got Ruth Miss Cutting Up, and then
D-Rock is in there. T-Rock Kingsby,
Chastity Washington, and a few other people. So, all kinds of favorites that are absolutely going down. And then Rubin's going to jump in.
I was just going to give you the lineup that comes tomorrow. We have T-Dot in it. We have Gigolo Jackson. We have D-Rock. We have Miss Cut. We have Miss Magic. We have Chastity Washington. We have B. Jones. We have Betty Garner. We have Jason Hillman. We have on Miss Ruth, if I didn't say her already. We have and that's out in Milwaukee.
No, I was going to say
it's another guy. I forgot his name. It's another guy.
Another comedian.
The outside scene.
Oh, my fault. Nate Connors, Prince Delaney,
and the other guy that was with him. Remember when we shot that outside scene? It was Nate, me, and then that other guy sitting next to Rob.
That's Prince Delaney.
That's his new name.
He said that's his new name. So those are all Milwaukee. And then from out of town, we've been fortunate enough to have Wildcat came from Chicago.
Yes.
Jess Niche came from Chicago. Corey Bell from Chicago. Howie Bell from Chicago. Joe Blunt. Damn.
Oh!
Howie Bell from
Detroit.
Joe Blunt from Detroit.
Rodney Perry from Chicago by way of Atlanta.
Yeah, true that. Amber James out of Indianapolis. Miss Pat out of Indianapolis. And Manita Johnson, who's playing Myra, she's one of the leads. She just landed today. She's from Little Rock. Alfred Kanga, who's from Zimbabwe but lives in Dallas now. And then Ambrose Jones from Memphis. So, I mean, it's a huge cast in there. And they're really, really, honestly, very talented in their own right. There's absolutely, they were invited because they're stand-up comedians who are interested in being really strong actors. It's no pity involved. It's like they are all forces to be reckoned with. And being on set with them is constantly humor. It's constantly they're comedians. They're not going to let up on that. They don't have an off switch most of the time. So it was very cool.
And they all have some pretty cool resumes. Our own baby star Kelly Kellz, HBO Def Comedy Jam. Wildcat was just on Showtime on Shaq's comedy show, but we got Def Comedy Jam. We got Shaquille O'Neal and a lot of the comics on the cast have done things pretty big and are known around here.
Right, and this is happening
right
here
all over the
Milwaukee.
internet. Y'all better look on the internet for me.
Myron has his many movies on the internet.
Skits.
Kevin Hart, Comedy Central.
All of that.
Yeah.
Trying to get on that level.
I appreciate you guys so much for coming out and taking over the studio. It has been an absolute blast. And believe it or not, I'm going to give you guys a kingdom solution after all of that amazing kind of fun. This is the real. So again, those people who are just tuning in, Saved in the City, again, it's kingdom solutions for real world issues. I mean, we are in this world. We're saved and in the city at the same time, so we still go to movies. We still have fun. We still kick it. We still laugh. We still have conversation. And this is something actually Kelly brought up when we were talking earlier, when she was talking about what we're called to. And so just know that, everyone isn't called to the pulpit ministry in the church. We have something called marketplace ministry. You might be called to be a comedian, a baker, a music artist, or whatever that is your ministry. Honestly, we walk around with these titles, but we really are all ministers in our own right. Just make sure you're uplifting people, you're inspiring people, and you're doing the best that you can. Of course, you guys know I love you here at Saved in the City. And until next week, be encouraged. Hey.
I'm trying to move a mountain. Oh, used to trust in